Hi there, this is Jenny Snook and I'm talking to you today about goal setting. Feels like everyone's been talking about goal setting for plenty of time. You'll hear lots of 3, 5, 7, even 11 step processes to tell you how to set goals, to tell you how to get to making your goals work, putting them into physical reality. And you've no doubt heard the statistics that say that the 3% of people who set goals make up the wealth of all the other 97% combined. So what they're saying is that by goal setting, you're more likely to get to where you want to go than if you just wander along your path aimlessly. What seems to be the most important thing is not so much to worry about that, everyone seems to have some of the same information. There are some programs with the same information as other programs. The important thing seems to be so long as you have a system that you can follow. But there's also a matter of looking out to what works for you. So getting to know what your learning styles are, what works for you, what doesn't work, do you need to do it, do you need to hear about it, do you need to see it, or is it just about what you say to yourself? So there are different things that work for different people. And again, it's all a matter of having a few steps in place to make sure that you are following what you need to follow. There are a couple of things about goal setting in action I've heard recently that have really hit home for me. One was somebody who created an acronym out of the word focus. Now, I'm one of these people who gets excited and passionate about new things all the time, and as a result I have a tendency to clean up my act and then get started on one new thing, and while I'm feeling enthusiastic about that, I find another new thing to get started on. So I've been I heard some wonderful things about eating raw food. So now that I'm on that path, I'm not eating all raw food yet, and I'm getting there. So I've now purchased a dehydrator, a fabulous Excalibur dehydrator, and I've got a super whiz-bang blender that I'm using as well. So what I'm finding, what they say is that if you have the food not heated above a certain temperature, it maintains its enzymes. Then your body doesn't have to create those enzymes to digest your food, and so you get more nutrients out of it, and that makes for a much healthier body. So it's one of my goals towards optimum health. The other one that I heard was a quote that went something along the lines of, if you say you know something but you've never done it, it's just the same as not knowing it. For me, I had the book Think and Grow Rich in my bookshelf, and I was looking for something to read before bed every night, and I thought, I might give that book a reread. Anyway, by the time I got halfway through the first chapter, I discovered it wasn't really sounding that familiar. And when I got to the end of chapter 2, and it said you're meant to read chapter 2 out loud every single night, I knew that I hadn't ever got that far in the book before, if I'd even picked it up, somehow thinking I'd get it by osmosis. So if you find that there's not evidence of something in your life, then you probably don't know the contents of whatever that book was. So next time you hear somebody ask if they've heard of a book, just know that the I know response is a real action killer. It's not just an action killer, it's also a learning killer. As soon as you put up the I know buttons, you stop receiving information. So keep your mind open. The knowing is kind of the sexy part. It's exciting, it's adventurous, it's kind of cool. Getting down to brass tacks and doing the doingness might seem mundane and boring, but that's where the results come from. That's where the seed is starting to grow. It's just like in nature. If you don't sow the seed, you don't nurture it, water it, make sure it's got the right kind of attention along the way, nutrients or whatever, you'll never get to the harvest. Oh, that's right, I forgot to tell you about that acronym FOCUS. Follow one course until success. If you think about that, it's baby speak. It's really fundamental, really foundational to you achieving anything. And regardless of any other kind of process you might have around goals, if you do that, follow one course until success, you'll find that you get somewhere with it. With my health goal, it's not like I have to spend all day every day on it, because then all my other things wouldn't get done, but I create some extra time around meal time for not only learning but food preparation. And with the raw food thing, sometimes you have to prepare something today for tomorrow, so it's really a matter of having do enjoy my food. I like to eat for my soul as well as for my health. And so there's a fabulous raw food recipe for vanilla ice cream. So it makes me feel like I'm not missing out on things. So now we get back to beliefs. What's a belief? It's something that you feel is true at some level. We all think our beliefs are true. We all think that what we know to be true is true. But just remember that everyone's truth varies a little. It's based on your past experiences. It's based on the experiences of those prominent people in your life, like a special teacher or parent or a cousin or an uncle or aunt, who've been important in your life. So just know that if you have a core belief that people who are wealthy are crooks, then there might be something in your underlying belief system that's going to stop you from ever becoming wealthy. Those are the kinds of things that we need to look at in your beliefs. Next time when we talk, we'll talk about different ways to identify what your core beliefs are around several different areas, and then you can that'll help us get on the road to finding some ways to replace those beliefs with something that might support you in achieving your goals. All right, I'm signing out now. I'm Jenni Snook, and my dream is to help you achieve yours. Bye.